Hey there guys, it's that time of the year. San Diego Comic-Con has come and left us. And with that, it has left us with a lot of news, figures and revelations. But now it's time to talk about Super 7 Ultimates. Let's begin. We're here again, in the midst of another San Diego Comic-Con season. This time, we're focusing on Super 7 and let's begin with the elephant in the room. Or should I say, the cat in the room. That's right guys, the ultimate-sized Thundercats Cat's Lair is a reality, and it all began back in June the 20th with a lit-up Thundercats emblem that was obviously from the Cat's Lair chest. I didn't think much of it at the time and expected this to be a tease for a new wave. Then we got a couple of extra teases on June the 27th and June the 29th. First with an obscured Cat's Lair bust with glowing eyes and chest emblem, and then with the obscured outline of the complete lair with glowing eyes. By then, I still wouldn't believe that a full-size ultimate-scale Cat's Lair is something that would be possible. I thought it was going to be something made for the reaction line. But then, July the 2nd arrived, and with it, another tease. This time, it was an obvious Ultimate Lionel on the Cat's Lair control room. And then, my mind was blown, just trying to wrap my head around on the scale this thing should be, and the 4-digit price it probably would have. And then we kept getting more teases, a full Cat's Lair head with glowing eyes and chest emblem on July the 5th. A war room with 7 chairs and table on July the 9th. And a wall for a garage room with tool, most likely to park the Thunder Tank in, on July the 14th. Every tease made it clear that this monster of a project was indeed something real. The final tease was a simple entryway to the Cat's Lair with a caption, "It's time to come home." And we finally got an official reveal on July the 19th. This is indeed an ultimate scale playset of the Thundercats Cat's Lair. A whopping 36.7 inches tall playset that is taller than the Haslav Galactus that I own. Similar to Galactus, this will be a crowdfunded project that will require at least 3,000 backers. The pre-order window is already opened and will go until September 17th, 2023. So we have roughly 2 months to decide what piece of furniture or what loved one we will need to kick out of the house in order to accommodate this beast of a playset. Now, let's check out everything that has been packed in this playset. Super 7 has revealed on its webpage that the lair will include a command center with a backlit, interchangeable screen. There are 5 screen options available: the Thundercat Signal, Hook Mountain, the Dark Pyramid, Grey Prison Planet, so you can keep an eye on Mandora, a layout of the third Earth terrain. The same room will also have 2 control pods with interchangeable screens as well. In between some stairs, there will be a cool, hidden rotating weapons room to store all of your Thundercats weapons. I like that it will help to store all the many accessories that we get with the figures. Another area of the lair will be the Thunder Tank maintenance hangar that will also have a workbench and 5 specialized Thunderian tools. You could display your Thunder Tank in this area, guys. And finally, you will get the council chamber with a table and 7 chairs, so you can fit the entire classic Thundercat team. And that's just the inside of the lair. The outside will have its own features, including the rock formations at each side of the Cat's Lair entrance. Each pole can be lifted to reveal a laser turret. Think of them as the welcome committee for any mutants roaming around the lair. And similarly to the Haslav campaigns, the Cat's Lair will have an early bird special. This means that if they are able to reach the 3,000 backers by July the 30th, those who place the order before the deadline will also get an exclusive life-size Key of Thundera. Of course, that will come in handy if you ever get trapped inside the Book of Omens. We also get a couple of tier goals. If the Cat's Lair gets backed by a minimum of 4,000 fans, the playset will also include a Sword of Omens accessory, a Resting Claw Shield accessory and a Lav set accessory. You might recall that in the show, the Sword of Omens and Claw Shield were kept in a separate room when Lion-O wasn't using them. So, I'm guessing that these extra weapons are to be kept in the hidden rotating weapons room. There is no word on the inclusion of the other weapons, so I guess you have to provide your own from your Thundercats collection. And of course, the Lav accessory would be a great expansion to your Cat's Lair. I love tiers like this. And finally, there's another tier that gets unlocked at 5,000 backers. It's a very cool looking translucent Lion-O. Super7 is calling it an astral projection Lion-O, so I guess he has been receiving some classes with Doctor Strange. But enough pictures. Let's see the actual playset, as it's now in display at SDCC. As you can see, saying that this thing is massive is an understatement. I have the ever-living Mumra figure, and even that one looks small in comparison. I am really digging the metallic paint on the paws and head. I don't know if the paws will rise higher, but I hope they do. The Lair's mouth seems to have some texture, which looks nice. And there are some stairs leading to the entrance, where Lion-O is standing. The rocks also have some ledges that you couldn't make out in the pictures. There seems to be a ledge on each side, but there we have Monkin standing in one. On the other side, you can see the features I already described, but there is a better look at the Lav accessory being used by Tigra, and some nice tubes coming out of the rocks in the Thunder Tank hangar. And there's certainly a lot of customization possibilities with all the screen options. This is absolutely cool, guys. I am so tempted to get it, but I have other brands to consider and I am especially limited by space. But who knows? I am seriously considering getting this beast of a playset. The new Thundercats Ultimate Wave 9 was announced before Comic-Con, but I decided to include them in this newscast. This wave features vintage toy-inspired versions of Grun the Destroyer and Jaga, and we also get cartoon versions of Chilla from the Lunatics and Willy Cat, of course. Let's start with a vintage toy version of Jaga, which includes 2 interchangeable heads, 8 interchangeable hands, 1 soft goods cape, and 1 sword. Grun the Destroyer will include 2 interchangeable heads, 1 brass knuckles, 1 club. Chilla will bring 2 interchangeable heads, 7 interchangeable hands, 1 soft goods cape, 1 purse, 1 antifreeze, 1 ice color, 1 grenade, 1 spray can. And last but not least, Willy Cat will include 2 interchangeable heads, 9 interchangeable hands, 1 lasso, 1 slingshot, 1 hoverboard and a base. If you pre-order all of the figures from Wave 9 directly with Super7, you will get a super pack of 4 alternate heads, 1 for each character. Pre-orders in Super7's webpage will close on August 4th, 2023. And now let's check out how previously announced figures are coming along. Let's start with Wave 7. Here we have the painted prototypes of Rataro with his telekinetic daggers showing some translucent plastic effects. And here's Mongor with a cool flame effect for his safe. And this one I'm definitely getting. Willa with her little spider friend Bushi. And of course a must-have figure, Snarf. And here he is standing on its tail, and it kind of gets to 2/3 of a normal Ultimate figure's height. So not bad, I guess. Still a bit pricey for what we are getting, guys. And finally we have a final prototype for Ghost Yaga. He's looking really nice in his translucent plastic. Now let's move on to Wave 8 of the Thundercats Ultimates. We only have sculpted prototypes for these ones, guys, but they give you an idea of scale and details. We have Alluro from the Lunatics, the Bounty Hunter Captain Shinner, the amazing looking Hashiman, and of course the highly anticipated Willy Cat. with her hoverboard. We also get to see sculpted prototypes for Wave 9 of the Thundercats that I just told you about. Willy Kit's brother, Willy Cat, Lunatac's Chilla, and the vintage toy-inspired Groon and Jaga. That video was long enough, but we basically have covered everything to do with Thundercats, Super 7 Ultimates. And I do want to share more stuff for you. So be on the lookout for other videos regarding Ultimate Super 7. And thank you very much for watching. Do not forget to like and subscribe. And I'll see you next on Alan's Collection.